Welcome to the country. So today's video is inspired by losses. So I noticed this week that I lost a few subscribers on the YouTube channel, and it kind of inspired me to do a little video and kind of just talk about what we lost in 2022. So I'm sitting back on the back 40. Tammy just left for work, and I come over here to check the trail cameras and see what deer may or may not have showed up. And I've decided that, my deer season is going to be over. Even though the season doesn't actually end till the 15th. I'm just going to give up on the deer season. I've hunted a little bit after the rifle season, but I wasn't seeing many deer. I just kind of lost my drive to go do it. So I'm going to officially end the deer season. Like all of 2022, it was a rough deer season. I managed to kill that one deer, but it was a struggle. And that's how 2022 went for us. We had a lot of losses in 2022. Some things that we shared on the YouTube channel, some things we didn't. The biggest losses we had were some family members. If you're close to our family and you're watching this video, you'll know exactly the tragedy that I'm speaking of. We lost a lot of animals also that were close to us. And, some animals that we didn't show that were kind of not part of the channel, but were part of the business. We lost a lot of money. We invested in some things that didn't work out. So we're kind of looking towards 2023 as hopefully a rebuilding year. Not only financially, but spiritually, and rebuilding our faith, which we almost lost as well. We lost a lot of health. We had some illnesses in the family that have affected us quite a bit. Some ongoing illnesses that kind of changed our plans a lot as far as business goes, and making the decisions to go back to work. And I struggle to find the words to kind of express, how rough we had it for 2022. So I'm glad to see it gone. Um, with a new year comes new hope and new ideas and new challenges. With the upcoming spring and what we're planning on doing as far as pursuing our dreams. So I don't really know at this point what we have planned for sure. I know that I do want to do. I do want to have a garden again, and don't know if it's going to be to the size or to the scope that I'd planned. I definitely know it's not. We just don't have the resources to put into it like I was hoping we would. Um, we are essentially out of the deer business um, with selling of the majority of the herd, and then uh, losing the animals that we did. We've all but uh, gotten out of the deer business. I think we have 5 deer remaining today. Uh, the the dog business, we're not raising any more puppies. We did have uh, a 2 litters of puppies that we raised last year, and we made a decision after struggling to get all those puppies sold. We made a decision to quit breeding the Malinois, so we're out of that business as well. We never really got our vegetable business up and going. Just just with life the way it turned out, and me having to go back to work, and the job that I accepted didn't really allow time for me to pursue that like I wanted to, and it was something that was it suffered, and I had to let go of it. So um, we we did gain a few things in 2022. Uh, we gained some illnesses. I've gained some weight. Uh, Gained some liabilities. And we gained some employment, or I did anyway. I I jumped around a few jobs after the loss of our granddaughter. I really struggled to hold down a job. Uh, I think I had one, two, 3 or 4 different jobs that I accepted, and then ended up, you know, uh, for whatever reason, just not able to mentally be there for for the job that I took. Some of it was physical, most of it was mental, but I did end up being offered a really good job for for me. Uh, and I think it's something that I'm going to be able to hopefully maintain. I don't have a lot of options, with the economy here in western Oklahoma and the oil field the way that it is now, where I spent the last 10 years. Options are limited, and the really good paying jobs are really hard to come by. I feel blessed to be offered the job that I was. I think God had a big hand in that. And, I think it's something that's going to really help get us back on the right track for 2023 as far as financially. So that's kind of a positive there. It didn't come till December, so it was pretty late in coming, but I'm happy to be there. As happy as a guy who really doesn't want to work a job can be, I guess. My goal was to, uh, try to make a living here on the farm, and I ended up not only not making a living, but actually shutting most everything down. Um, it's a really hard thing to do, to just put yourself out there, go all in on something with very little backup to uh, to fall back on if it doesn't succeed. And that's where I found myself back in about you know uh, June, July, sometime in that area. And I had to shut everything down except for the job that I was going to. And then when the accident happened, um, I kind of lost my way a little bit, and found myself, luckily, with an opportunity that I did pass up. Actually, I was offered that position that I'm in now, and I turned it down and took a lower paying position to go back and do something that I felt like I could enjoy doing more, which is uh, trying to go back to welding, which was something I did for a long time. And for whatever reason, the opportunity just presented itself again. Uh, I had no intentions of accepting this job, but they came back with another offer that I guess I couldn't refuse. So I'm thankful for that. So just to kind of sum up the year for 2022, it's like I said, it couldn't come to an end fast enough for us. we have, are speaking for me. I do have new hope and a newfound sense of worth and a little bit of confidence that maybe I didn't have before. The way my old job ended uh, with that whole situation, and there's a lot behind the scenes, or there's a backstory to uh, that layoff that I didn't share on YouTube with you guys, but it wasn't a real good situation at the end with the way that ended up going down with the boss that I had at the time. He really changed my views of working for somebody else. Some things were said, some lines were crossed, and ultimately, it was going to be to my detriment, and it ended up being so. That pushed me into, not wanting to have any outside employment, to kind of want to go on my own, and that's what drove me to spend 8 months just working on building up this farm, just to have it all kind of come crashing down. There's not anything I can do about the decisions that were made now. Just kind of look back on it as a life lesson, lessons learned. Pick up the pieces and move forward. Um, after the accident, and it's all kind of ends up being kind of a blur, and here we find ourselves somehow still moving forward slowly, but I thank for my wife and myself, for the other family members. Uh, Things are starting to get a little bit better mentally and spiritually. More able to get out and kind of enjoy the day that God's given us. Where at some point I don't think we cared at all. So I don't know exactly where this YouTube channel is going to go. I did notice that I got my first uh, little payday from YouTube this past month. That's been a long time in coming. I think I've been on YouTube for a couple years now doing videos, and it's been a slow grind. It's been slow to progress, and like I said, I noticed this week that I did lose some. I did lose some subscribers, but that just kind of sums up the entire year. But anyway, I just wanted to get on here and just kind of speak my mind a little bit and reflect a little bit on what went down in 2022. And um, I don't know, like I said, what's going to go on with the channels, with us not having the deer farm anymore, or raising the dogs, or I don't know where the garden's going to go. The that content. Um, I do want to go ahead and do continue to do videos, and try to grow this channel. Probably more along the lines of doing a lot more fishing videos. If you know me, and you're close to my family and watch the videos, you'll know that I'm an avid fisherman, and I've always have been, and I always will be. I just don't have the time as much to do it. I don't really have the equipment to film the fishing videos really well. But I'm going to try maybe and do some of that more this year. There's going to be some garden content. I've got a lot of work to do to get that back up and running again. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Just kind of sitting here and enjoying the view, trying to take in the blessings that we still have, with owning this property, and living where we get to live. We've put everything into being able to live in the country, and live this rural lifestyle, and promote the rural way of living. And I just don't think there's any better life than country living. Just such a peaceful place to be. But it takes a lot of effort and work and money to be able to afford, the lifestyle that we do live. So I have to get back to the mindset, and back to seeing the blessings that I do have, even though it doesn't register every day, since what's transpired last year. It's hard to see the blessings sometimes, but I want to take some time to kind of reflect on the blessings that I do have. Even with all the losses, I think the loss of Nina recently is really kind of derailed things a little bit more. But we look back on the pictures and the videos, and all the stuff that we had, and the time that we got to spend with her. And it doesn't compare to losing a family member, obviously. I don't want to think that somehow losing a pet is somehow worse than losing a family member, because it's certainly not. But these things build up on you after a while, and I think it's made me a different person. I think I'm a more compassionate person than I was before. I'm uh, a lot. I don't anger as easily, I think. I've really tried to kind of change the way I see the world, and the judgments I have on people, and really be just as compassionate as I can. Uh, I don't expect, and I'm not asking for sympathy or anything like that. Just I feel like, I needed to sit down and get this out. Uh, we sit and we talk with our family, and me and Tammy sit and talk of what little bit we do get to talk anymore. Um, our jobs take us in different directions every day. She goes west in the mornings, and I go east in the afternoons, and uh, we meet in the middle of the night. Uh, we don't get to talk near as much as we like to, or we should, but we have to do what we have to do to move forward, and that's what we're doing right now. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here, quit this little ramble. Just let you guys know that we're going to be here. We're going to try and make some videos for you guys, and try to spread what knowledge we do have as far as the gardening videos go. This is something that I felt like when I took the master gardening class, and spent 18 months uh, to to graduate that master gardening class and become an Oklahoma master gardener, and to gain all that knowledge. I was really, you know, hoping to be able to uh, kind of spread that knowledge around on this YouTube channel, and kind of bring you some entertainment, with the animals, but also bring you some knowledge, and something that may be useful to you if you decide to ever try to be more self-sufficient, grow your own food, raise your own animals. Um, so I'm hoping to be able to do that again this spring. We'll see what the magnitude of it is, what my finances allow me to do, what my mindset allows me to do. Uh, what inspiration I have to do it. I'm hoping to, like I said, keep growing this YouTube channel. But we're never, um, we're never guaranteed another day. So I can't come on here and tell you guys that I'm going to be back every time I say I'm going to be back. Um, it only takes, as we've experienced this past year, it only takes a split second, and everybody's life changes forever. So enjoy. I want to tell everybody to enjoy your time, enjoy your life, enjoy your family. Enjoy the day that God's given you. Don't take it for granted. Because you never know when it might be your last. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I got to get the chores done. Still got animals to feed. The goat herd is still with me. We planned on having goat babies and having those goats sold by November, but unfortunately, they're still here, and that's another experiment that just didn't work the way I wanted to. We was gonna get that group of goats, put them on grass, let them have the kids, and then sell the whole group before we had to start feeding them hay, and that's another one that didn't work out. So the goats are still here, so I gotta go feed them hay, and I gotta go buy hay for them, which means more money, which means we're definitely not going to make a profit on those goats. But like I said, that's just the year we had, and we're looking forward to a better year in 2023. I hope you guys come along with me as I go through the year. I do appreciate everybody who spends a little bit of time watching the videos. I know there's not a lot of fancy editing. I don't spend a lot of time editing videos or anything. It's just me and an iPhone and what I'm doing on any particular day. I feel like YouTube, it's almost the way I feel like YouTube should be. No fancy editing and that type of stuff. It's just me and the camera, and then what I'm doing. So I'm going to tell you guys that I appreciate you watching the videos, and I'm going to kind of start ending it with, instead of "I'll be back," I'm going to say, "Hopefully I'll be back." So thanks for listening to the rant. Thanks for being here, and hopefully I'll be back.